In today's video, guys, I'm going to show you a training session with my friend Jake. Now, a few of you will know Jake from previous videos on this channel. Me and him have played each other a few times cross-court. Jake has improved so much from the last videos we filmed. He's been training out in Spain and he's been competing and winning a lot of high-level tournaments recently. And also, it's a really good test for me when I train with him. Also, if you watched the last video that I filmed, I tested a new brand called Padel and I absolutely love the brand. I will be stocking them in my online store, but also after I play with them, I asked them to send me one because I just loved it so much that I was like, I want this for my own game. And I'll show you today. I'm going to be using it in my training session. The main reasons why I like this racket was one, the slightly longer handle. Just picked that up and found that really comfortable. Some people like that, some people don't. The next thing was just general sort of connection on the ball. When you hit the ball, you want it to make a nice sound. You want to feel like you can easily get a good connection, and I just felt that instantly. And finally, I've been playing a lot more aggressive recently on the left, and I just feel like it's really suitable for that. Vibras, smashes, and bandejas as well. Just couple up. Okay, so I'm now going to show you my typical training session. I probably do this 2 to 3 times a week. I'll be playing matches as well in the week, but I'll often do this maybe either before a match, or sometimes I will just go down and maybe for an hour and a half we train like this. So we would start with an easy warm-up, either down the line or cross with volleys and overheads. And then typically we'd then progress to some baskets each. So one player at the back starts feeding the other one. For me, this is the best drill to do with a basket. You go volley and then bandeja or vibra, because that's a very common scenario in a game that you'd have to go forward, play a volley and then run back and play a bandeja and then re-maintain that net and then play another volley. So I'd highly recommend, if you have a basket of balls, to practice this drill. Once we're warm and started training, then usually we'll play like a cross-court game. You can also play down the line. Jake actually decided just to play on the left because he's playing on the left and the right at the moment, so it's just easier to play cross-court. But you can also play straight down the line. This video in general, I'm going to talk about like the main benefits of cross-court, because for me, I feel like cross-court is one of the main things that's improved my level because I've played so many games at this. The reasons why I love cross-court is because the ball is constantly coming to you, so it's harder for you. You're going to get more tired. You've got to deal with ball after ball after ball, which is great practice, so that when that happens in a game, you're going to be ready for it and it will be easier. You also can only aim half the court, which I think that then obviously makes it more difficult, and then when you go into a game, your accuracy is going to be way better because you have to actively choose where you're aiming the ball, whereas in a game you can kind of just hit it anywhere, whereas this forces you to play one side, which can be a lot trickier. I think defensively it probably helps you improve more than going forward, because you just constantly have to get ball after ball back and you have to get it back in the right place. You can't just rely on hitting it back and hoping that it lands in. It's got to land diagonal cross court.
Confidence you've got right now.
Well, I think it is like, you'll think there's no way to try that, so you won't be ready for it.
No, you're right.
Okay, let me talk about the game now. It's always super competitive when it's me versus Jake, and I was playing with the strategy that I've been playing recently, which is just to absolutely go for it. Play super intense, don't shy away from any volley battle or overhead, just go for it. And I find that this strategy not only works, I actually just enjoy the matches so much more. Even if I don't win, it's so much better than kind of trying to play it really safe and being careful. I just enjoy so much more just going for all of my shots. So it was tricky against Jake because Jake has the height. He's very difficult to lob, so you'll see a lot of times through all of this footage, me trying to play a lob over Jake and him just maintaining that net, and then me having to sort of stay back. He's also really good in volley battles, so it was difficult to then push in and then take him on in a volley battle. A lot of the time, I'll get in a volley battle and then the ball would just be hit straight at me and I wouldn't be able to deal with it. It's definitely something I need to work on a lot more. It's probably one of my weakest parts. Jake seems to slap the ball a lot more and I still feel like I'm kind of pushing and controlling the volley, whereas as soon as I'm in a volley battle, I should just be able to block and just slap it at the opponent really fast.
You're just playing well.
Recently, I've been doing quite a few sessions with clients that are coming down and doing like a 4 or 5 hour coaching day with me. And we do spend a lot of time just at the back of the court practicing ground strokes and practicing that defense, because it's so important just to be able to keep getting the ball back and back and back and not rely on only being able to play at the net position. Like for example, I feel like in this cross-court game, I actually spent more time at the back of the court than I did at the net. So I needed just to be able to keep returning the ball, keep using the walls and not feel too under pressure from Jake at the net. This was a big game with me 3-2 up, and you can see how long the rallies are going on for and how hard I'm having to work for every single point. I managed to get a chance to break Jake's serve, go for the smash, and luckily I got a big bit of fortune with the way it came off the cage. This point here, I was 4-2 up and it was golden point on Jake's serve, and I was feeling full of confidence. I managed to get his smash early on and pushing Jake back, and I just felt on top of the point, and my defense was going good. Everything just seemed to be dropping in for me, and I could feel Jake kind of holding back a little bit. And I get the easy ball, but unfortunately I miss.
No! Oh, that is going to be a challenge point. I bet you have. Set it up, young nervy.
This massively put the pressure on at 4-3 on my serve. I had to hold now to make sure that I stay in control of the game. But still just found Jake was being able to push me back so much more. I was never really at the net for a long period of time. Like I said earlier, I was quite happy at times just to sit at the back of the court and just defend.
So good.
You can see in this point here, my patience really pays off, where I just keep moving Jake forwards and backwards. First, it's me at the net and he's lobbing me, but even when I go back, then I just play the combination where I go up. You can see the combination where I go up a few times and then I play it short towards his feet, and then the mistake comes.
That is the lowest IQ play.
I think Crosscourt also allows you to practice outrageous shots that are super high risk, but it doesn't matter too much, and you can see in this next point I go for one and Jake is just so confused by it. And here is the match point, 5-4 to me on my serve, and I managed to get the win. Okay, so just finished the Crosscourt training. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below about what you think of Crosscourt, whether you play it often, if you're able to at your club, and what you think the main benefits are of it. For me personally, I feel like that was really beneficial because I could practice all of my volleys and my overheads, and the constant defense training with ball after ball coming at you. You don't get a break, you don't get a rest. So you prefer matches?
My one example would be I can't smash out by 3, but I can bring pretty much every ball back over.
So you can't go line on cross, yeah.
No, it is good. I think it's good and it's bad. It's good in a way that you're going to get constant shots that are going to keep coming back at you, and yeah, you're going to get constant tension.
Yeah.
But you can read, there's only one position that really you can go.
Yeah.
So you can read it quite easily. So it's great for fitness.
Yeah, I'd say that's the main thing, fitness and dealing with like ball after ball, like all that pressure. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.